So you want to be the most overpowered class? You want to outshine your team? You want to ruin your DM? You are the derailing machine? Well, I got my top 3 picks for subclasses for you, and they're fantastic. Let's go. Do you want to be the shadow in the night, attacking everything around you and never being seen? Well, the Gloom Stalker Ranger is probably for you, and your DM will absolutely find ways to thwart your abilities because of how strong this is. Let me tell you about it. Dread Ambusher gives you a bonus to your initiative roll equal to your wisdom modifier. At the start of your first turn of combat, your walking speed is increased by 10 feet. If you take the attack action on that turn, you can make 1 additional weapon attack as part of that action. If that attack hits, the target takes an extra 1d8 damage. So you're going to get a bonus to initiative, you're going to get more movement speed, and more damage as long as you're attacking. You're always going to be attacking. On that first round, like I don't understand that. But at low levels, this is giving you 2 attacks already at level 3. And if this isn't strong enough for you, let's take a look at the other feature you get. Umbral Sight gives you dark vision out to 60 feet, but while you are in darkness, you are invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision. If you play a gritty tabletop style like I do, being in the dark and lighting is a huge factor, and not understanding it can make and break classes like this. Iron Mind lets you gain proficiency in wisdom saving throws, and if you already have it, you get to pick intelligence or charisma. Simple and easy, not bad. Stalker's Flurry lets you get to attack again if you miss. Screw game mechanics. You're like, oh no, I'm really gonna hit this target no matter what. And if you take other feats and things, I highly doubt you're ever gonna miss with advantage, with plus 10 possibly, and all these other things. But if you happen to miss, we're just gonna give you another try. Why not? Shadowy Dodge lets you use your reaction to just give disadvantage for someone who is attacking you. Now, the fact this is a higher level 15 like feature, I don't think is good. It's just not. There are better things to do. So I highly advise you cross-class into something, because to me, Gloom Stalker is front-loaded. Your level 3 stuff is all you really need. Go play with a rogue a little bit and just be ridiculous and ruin everything. But as is, fantastic class, very strong and overpowered. Our next class gets a ton of popularity, the Oath of Vengeance Paladin, and there is a reason. I truly think if you are just coming into D&D and you want to feel the power, this is it. This class has everything going on. And I think the reason I really truly feel it's so overpowered is it just outshines the whole party with the massive damage you're about to do. So let's go right into the spell list, which is really a key player here. Your expanded spell list: Bane, Hunter's Mark, Hold Person, Misty Step, Haste, Protection from Good and Evil, Banishment, Dimension Door, Hold Monster, and Scrying. I know that list is great, especially Haste, but let me just go into the channel divinity and just very layman's terms here. You tell someone you're going to absolutely ruin everything they've ever loved, ever, and you get advantage while attacking them until they're dead. It's ridiculous. Relentless Avenger lets you make an opportunity attack and then move half your movement speed to that target and not provoke opportunity attacks. I don't think that's too good, but it does let you stick to that target very well. So at the very end of this heroic vengeance path and all the blood-staining roads that you've left in your wake, you get to transform into an angel at level 20. Rarely do I find people ever reach level 20 and get to play as it, but if you ever do, here's what you get. It takes an action to undergo a angel-like transformation. You sprout wings and you get a flying speed of 60 feet. You emit an aura that is a 30-foot radius. Anyone within the aura must make a wisdom saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute. All attack rolls against those creatures are at advantage. If you are playing this, you have to realize your spell list alone is really good, but the fact you have teammates to buff you, Bardic Inspiration, they give you a Bless, you get all these other things, you are so strong. Many games, and I know other DMs and players, you've all seen this. Hey, just go buff that guy. go beat them up. We're gonna sit in the back and crack a few beers. You know what I mean? Like, it's so strong as is. And for me, this is so OP because it truly does outshine the rest of the team.
The Twilight Cleric.
All right, this, I don't care what anyone says, this is the strongest cleric. And I have always, ever since this thing has come out, there's always a Twilight Cleric in my games. Always. It's inevitable. It just freaking happens. This is so strong, I had to nerf it. I had to find a way to nerf this class. And I'm going to tell you what I did later. Here's what you get with Twilight Cleric. Your expanded spell list: Fairy Fire, Sleep, Moonbeam, See Invisibility, Aura of Vitality, Lehman's Tiny Hut, Aura of Life, Greater Invisibility, Circle of Power, Mislead. Right out of the gate, you get Eyes of Night and Vigilance Blessing. Now, I don't think these are bad. I think they're really good. You get to share your dark vision. You get to help someone as an action, like boost their initiative. I think that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But not until we hit the goddamn channel Divinity, when shit just goes awry, as all those fancy folks be saying. Your channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary. I have to read this to you so you understand the malarkey that's happening. This I had to tweak. Let me tell you, and then I'm going to present to you a fix. Players will hate it. DMs, you'll probably enjoy it. Here we go. As an action, you make a 30-foot radius whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere. You can grant that creature one of these benefits: temporary HP, which is 1d6 plus your cleric level, which that's what you're always going to pick, or you can end Charmed or Frightened. This alone is like game breaking. You're getting healing every turn as long as you stay in the sphere. So I have two fixes for you. No one cares about fear and charm. Big whoop. It's all about that temporary HP. So I present to you my fix. One, you better make that radius extremely small. 30 feet? Nah, you better make it 10. That's the easiest fix. The other one, which I know you're all gonna hate, is you can only pick one person in the 30-foot radius as a reaction to give the temporary HP back. Those are my two fixes. Some people are like, oh my god, that's ridiculous, you're breaking the game. No, dude, this class it's so busted. To get healing every turn, and you're like, oh, it's temporary HP. It doesn't matter. If I put this on a freaking monster, not even a boss monster, just a monster, the players would lose their freaking marbles. They'd be tearing their hair out like, this is so unfair. And I give it legendary actions. You don't like that? Yeah, it's gonna hurt, isn't it? Oh, that wasn't good enough, you say. That temporary HP wasn't good enough for you? Oh, well, let's go into Step of the Night, which, as long as you're in darkness or dim light, you get to fly. The best combo I have seen is Bugbear, Reach, Polearm Master, Sentinel, Twilight Cleric, which is just this big old bear keeping you locked down. I enjoy it. I don't think it's broken. Dealing with flying enemies is tough for both players and DMs across the board, but I don't think this is bad. I think it's really good. Divine Strike. Once on your turn, you get to do an extra 1d8 damage as long as it's done with your weapon. Very simple. Your highest ability, Twilight Shroud, gives everyone in your sphere +2 AC. I think that's really strong. Getting AC in D&D is a big deal. And just to be in this zone and just possibly get it is really strong. And I'm going to say that's overpowered. I don't hand out AC, and I usually just don't hand out damage. All the other stuff I'm pretty lenient with, but those two things can break the game. If you want to support me and play on my table, check out Patreon. If you want token packs, portrait packs, and token frames, also known as token borders, that is also on my Patreon. So I'll see you later, guys. Hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.